is part of every business. There is risk in any business transaction or activity except you're unable to identify them. A risk is an uncertain event that is likely to happen in any business at all. When a business faces a particular risk, the business suffers some loss, which could make the organization not to achieve its goals. The way business risks are managed determines how much impact they would have on the business. Stay tuned as we analyze different business risks, their impact, and ways to mitigate them. Hello everyone, welcome to your bi-weekly online business show, Business in Minutes. I'm your host, Mercy. When a risk shows up in a business, the impact of such risks will depend on how much arrangements are in place to mitigate the risks. Therefore, every business has to identify and manage risks in such a way that the effect of the business is eliminated or reduced to as far as reasonably practicable. Risk can be influenced by various factors, which may include rising price of raw materials, emerging competitions, or changes in existing government regulations. In fact, there is risk in every aspect of business, in recruitment, production, operations, logistics, marketing, or any other aspects. The first step in business risk management is to identify all the risks that are likely to show up in the business. Some business owners claim they do not have any risks and so they do not care about risks, but they keep on solving unplanned problems that impact negatively on their business. The process of identifying business risks should be a conscious activity. It will involve meetings and brainstorming by key employees to scrutinize every process or activity in the business and highlight those risks that are likely to affect the business. Identification of risks can be formed among 4 types of risks: strategic risks, financial risks, operational risks, and compliance risks. Strategic risks involve those events that happen as a result of changes in the external environment. For example, a shift from physical meetings to virtual meetings after the COVID-19 has affected the airlines and hotels as people now travel less frequently. Financial risks. Financial risks is about those issues related to sourcing, management, and security of funds in the business. Operational risk occurs within the business system or processes. Take, for example, one of its production machines may break down when the target output is still not met, or one of its machine operator can have an accident during work hours. Then compliance risks. Compliance risks involves issues on complying with new rules that are set by the government or by a regulatory body. Aside the classification of risks, it should be understood that there are 3 major causes of business risks: the natural causes, human causes, and economic causes. To properly identify business risks, you need to look at the 4 types of risks and highlight all the risks associated with them. The risks should be analyzed for probability and impact, and most importantly, a risk register should be developed to document all the risks for ease of reference. When you have identified the risks, the next thing is to manage the risks. Business risks may be inevitable, but there are several ways to minimize their impacts. The first approach is to avoid the risks. What this means is that companies should avoid certain risks when possible. Management should think of alternative processes, alternative systems, alternative financing, and others when risks are perceived. This will make you not to face the risks. Secondly, you can prevent the risks. For example, before dispatching a delivery truck, it will help prevent the risks if the operations personnel checks on the weather prior to sending out those deliveries in order to make sure that they reach their destination safely. If there is a perceived risk, then they should also also act to prevent it from happening. For example, you can do that by halting every delivery during severe weather. Sometimes there are risks that cannot be avoided or prevented. What do you do in circumstances like that? You have to accept and contain such risks. Companies can choose to contain said risks while still putting up certain precautions that would minimize the impact of the risks. For example, since all businesses need to access the internet where hackers abound, they may put stronger firewalls and other protective measures in place to ensure their company's safety. The key aspect of risk management is planning. While risks present as unplanned events, planning the identification and mitigation of risks would reduce the impact when it happens. Developing a risk management plan for your business would save organization from the catastrophic effects of risks. That brings us to a wrap on today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and make a comment if you have any in the comment box. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to put on your notification. Also, you can follow us on our website on www.VANCO.com for more insightful business tips. Till we see you in our next video, stay connected to VANCO Online Space.